The most horrific mass grave in the country of Mexico, it is located in the city of Tijuana. Santiago Meza, el Pozolero, better known as the Butcher. He used to decompose and eliminate and eradicate bodies in barrels of acid in this particular location. Santiago Meza, better known as el Pozolero. For the American people, it's almost like a guy that it was called the Butcher. Used to operate for the organized crime and the cartel. Today, and is still consistent, we have a big problem. That is the human mass graves that they have been found not only in the city of Tijuana, but alongside the country. An extermination camp just recently was found in the city of Jalisco. This right here, it will shock you, the stories and the horror, that this is not terrorism. This goes beyond terrorism. This is a guy that was completely inhuman, putting bodies in gallons of acid, and also they had a whole system of how to eliminate the blood and put it in a mass grave, and the bones to put it in another mass grave. And makes you shocking the statements that this was not the only place. They have two other mass graves, one on the top of one mountain headed to the east side and one to the northeast side of the mountain. These people had multiple places where they were putting hundreds of bodies to decompose and hundreds of bodies to be eliminated. This is the actual violence the Mexican citizens are facing with decomposed bodies, missing people, and massive mass graves. Look at this story. So this is one of the mass graves that is on this location. There's two mass graves. So right here, it holds underneath this, there's 16,500 liters of acid that the Fiscal General of the Republic converted to 720 bodies. Right here, there actually is, underneath here, actually 720 bodies that right now you can see it is sinking in because the blood has converted into glue. So it is sucking in the land, it's sucking in the part of the top part of the land. Right here, you will see a concrete compound that inside of there, they had barrels, and underneath the barrel, they had a stove. That is where he was depositing the bodies with acid, and it created a drainage system that all the blood came down here. Now, the remains inside of these barrels were practically bone fragments. Those bone fragments, he picked it up and took it to the other side of the concrete compound and buried them on that side. So this is the Butcher's compound right here behind us, but they had a whole process. They had a house behind this compound where they kidnapped them and they put them in waiting. They had another house where they torture them, and from there they had a door right here behind where they process the bodies and carry them over here inside of this compound right here, this concrete compound. So he had right here on this side propane tank that it came all the way right here to these barrels of sulfuric acid. From here, he boiled the bodies. He took away the clothing and he boiled the bodies. From here, it had another drainage sewage processing that went all the way to the mass grave where they, as I explained to you, more than 16,500 liters of sulfuric acid was deposited right there, that it takes around what they have told us in the carpet of investigations or the archives, more than 720 bodies are still down there on that mass grave. So all of this right here, all of this, they brought a bulldozer, they started digging, and when they started digging, they found the bone fragments and the human remains that would not purify or they would not be destroyed by acid inside that concrete compound that I just showed you. So it tells you how this operation was led by this inhuman, devil and satanic man that used to destroy the bone fragments and used to destroy the bodies. But the bone fragments, they could not be destroyed by acid. He will deposit on all of this. So when the government came in and dug all this piece of land right here, they started finding hundreds and hundreds of bone fragments buried right here on this part. Fernando Osegueda, it is a father that lost his son as he was kidnapped by the cartel and his body was sadly decomposed, apparently in this mass grave. In relation that the government was not helping him, through years of looking for his child, he decided to study law as he became a lawyer to defend himself against the corrupt government that they have numerous times tried to stop him. And also, they tried to stop his organization of missing people to look into and to expose the reality of this location. We are with Mr. Osegueda. It is the director of Missing People, an association of missing people right here in Baja California. Mr. Osegueda, thank you so much for giving us a minute of your time to explain how you found this place. And the description is just completely horrible. What these people were doing on this massive mass grave that it was from El Pozolero, Santiago Meza. Can you explain us a little bit how you found it and all the description of all this territory?
When I have a little story about my son. My son kidnapped in 2007, and then I was trying to find for 3 or 4 years, and then I received the papers, the investigation to Santiago Meza, and then when I read the investigation. The investigation said the places where this guy working, and then torture to the people and killer, and then come to here because in this place was a little door, the metal door, and open the middle door, and then come to this place, and then put in the drums, put inside, and then put sosa caustica, and then burning for 24 hours, and then his guy put inside to onions and garlic because the smell like to typical Mexican food, the pozole, and then when this guy finished to the 24 hours burning the bodies, he have 2 places, and then for gravity to empty the drums. Start to practice to dissolve body because the beef pork, he tried before with animals, dogs and pigs.
Right now, the president of Mexico is not categorizing the cartels as terrorists. This is beyond terrorism. This is far beyond terrorism. This is inhuman. This is completely human. This cannot be described only as terrorism.
Yeah.
What can you describe it as?
Yeah, you know, this I think so before with Hitler, the dissolved Holocaust. The name is the lesa humanidad, delitos de lesa humanidad.
Do you fear for your life still? Because you have been threatened many times. Do you fear for your life still?
Yeah, this government, he don't want to touch talking about this situation. No.
Do you sleep at night thinking of your son? Do you see, or it has completely changed your life?
You know, this is the process. The 1, 2, 3 years, this is desperate. I can sleep. I took the medicine to sleep, and then after 5 years, try to accept. No more.
Your son's not here.
The point is psychological. They said 5 years. Oh, maybe I can find it. 7 years, the hope is missing, and then 15 years. Is okay. I try to learn to live with these situations.
For the American audience who is watching, this is really a place that it was done crimes against humanity, basically, and this is beyond terrorism. This is not even described as terrorism. This is crimes, inhuman crimes against people. You know, the procedure to eliminate and eradicate a body was just so completely inhuman. Mm-hmm. These people need to be treated as what they are. They need to be punished, and these crimes against humanity need to be labeled more than terrorism. There needs to be a crime to be labeled as this. You know, I want to thank you, Mr. Osegueda, for letting us into this sacred and sanctuary place where people are resting, and that you can actually feel an energy now, of sadness, but also at people at peace. because you created this. You created a sanctuary for people to rest in peace, where more than 700 bodies they were there, and you created this. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank to you. I'm sorry for my English. Before I speak a little more, but in this moment, I don't know, because the situation is difficult.
Mr. Oseguera and different collective groups that they dedicate themselves to search for their family members have converted this place into a sanctuary place which people can come and mourn for their family members that they were lost in these horrible crimes against humanity. I'm Oscar Blue reporting from Tijuana, Mexico with Ryan Mata. Stay safe, and like we always say, God's plan, it is our mission.